Okay, so Diontae actually did get traded this time. He's headed to Carolina. We just made a deal with the Panthers, Diontae, and a seventh round pick in exchange for Donte Jackson, cornerback Donte Jackson, and a sixth round pick. So it's basically player for player, Diontae for Donte Jackson, cornerback Donte Jackson, and a late round pick swap where we upgrade, go from a seventh round pick to the Panthers' sixth round pick. Knee jerk reaction when I first saw this trade go through. I was like, man, really? That's all Deontay's trade market was right now? Like, come on, we couldn't get more for Diontae. I get on paper why it makes sense for us to make a trade, but for this amount, are we sure we just didn't want to keep him on the roster? But maybe it makes sense a little bit because this is a similar trade package to what it took to get Jerry Jeudy with the Browns. It only took them a fifth and a sixth round pick. At least we're getting a cornerback in return who might play for us. I think he will. Like, the cap hits, this is the weird thing. The Panthers were ready to cut Donte Jackson. If you look up some of the reports on him, like just days ago, they were saying, yeah, they're going to move off him. They're probably going to cut him. So they were able to use him in this trade to get Diontae, a weapon for Bryce Young. And I'm looking at the cap hits. It's pretty similar. Donte Jackson, he's got a $15 million cap hit. Diontae is up in like that $18 million range, I think. And he was due a $3 million roster bonus coming up within the week. So the timing makes sense. I just don't know if the deal makes sense. I could talk myself into it. I definitely can. But it's just frustrating. I feel like if we were going to trade Diontae, if we were seriously thinking about trading Diontae over these last like 2-3 years when all the trade rumors have been brought up, we missed our window on capitalizing on his value. Because last year, I feel like his market would have been like a second or a third round pick. And then we could have taken a receiver in last year's draft, like Jordan Addison. Like that would have been potential. I mean, that's an upgrade. Flat out, that's an upgrade. You get Jordan Addison, he could arguably be better than Diontae Johnson right now, and he's on a rookie contract. So I feel like we missed our window on like a good Diontae trade. Like Donte Jackson, he's been the Panthers starter over the course of his career, like ever since he came in the league 2018. He's been a starter for them. I've been trying to look it up. I think he plays outside. Back in his days in college, it looks like he was playing the slot a fair bit. But I think in the pros, he's been playing outside. Downside is he suffered an Achilles injury in 2022, was knocked out for the rest of that season, only played 9 games, but then came back last year, 2023, started all like 16 games for them and didn't play bad. I was like I'm just looking at this again. This is just really surface level research. Doesn't seem like he played bad, but are we going to be relying on him to be CB2? Or are we still going to address the cornerback room via draft or maybe signing another free agent? I got to think this trade has to do with Diontae potentially not fitting in Arthur Smith's system. Because you know we're going to run the ball, and Diontae isn't the best run blocker out there. Pickens can be when he wants to. Interesting. I think this definitely opens up the door. Well, no, it has to. It not only opens up the door for us to get another receiver or two, like we need to get another receiver or two. Like, are we going to get Calvin Ridley? That situation was weird with him with the Falcons and Arthur Smith because he ended up sitting out due to mental health stuff. Like he started I think it was it Matt Ryan's last season with the Falcons. He started off really good, and then I think like halfway through he decided to sit out the rest of the season with mental health stuff, and then got suspended the following year because of the gambling. So I don't know if Arthur Smith has like good thoughts and feelings about Calvin Ridley still, but he's a name out there. But does he was why I bring him up is because he was good under Arthur Smith with the Falcons. I don't think he's necessarily a better run blocker than Diontae, but maybe he's just a better fit. So that's a name. Maybe that's more on the Steelers' radar right now with Diontae being gone. Tyler Boyd, like the typical names that have been brought up as wide receiver free agents. I think they're still all on the table. But now we might seriously consider a wide receiver in the first or second round or trade up to get a guy like Rome Odunze. Who knows? Weird trade. Weird trade. I wonder, like, were there any thoughts about us cutting Diontae and just trying to get the cap savings? Because I'm looking at Donte Jackson and what his contract is right now. 15 on the cap hit, and then it's 9.7 dead cap. So, like, I wonder if the Panthers tried to just dump him off to us and maybe we're going to cut him eventually. Maybe we'll see how he does in the offseason. And if we feel like he's not a fit, we'll cut him to get the cap savings, which would be $6 million. But I think we would have saved more if we just would have cut Diontae. No, we wouldn't have. Okay, yeah, good thing I'm looking this up. Yeah, Diontae's cap hit is 16 mil right now. Does that go up with the roster bonus? I don't know, but yeah, 16 million right now. 19 dead cap hit. Yeah. So it wouldn't have made sense for us to cut Diontae. Now he's got a $10 million cap hit with the Panthers. I'm confusing myself with this, but I'm basically thinking out loud, 10 minutes after this trade happened. Interesting. Yeah, I guess we just got to wait and see. I think this is one of those moves we got to wait and see. Knee-jerk reaction, a little confusing, but could make more sense as time goes on depending on what moves are made afterwards. I'll just leave it at that. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and we'll try to stay updated on what goes on with this. Obviously, I'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll talk more of this Diontae trade, see if there's any new wrinkles to it. And there's some other stuff out there. Pat P saying he's open to return. Mason, another report about him popped up where he said he's actually not that interested in coming back to the Steelers. Who knows? There might be some more Patrick Queen stuff. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. And we'll talk more. And that's that. Stay chilling. Peace.